Alright, today's random matchup is between Storm Disciple over here playing as Huns in the colour blue, and Fossey, who is a member of Buzz, playing in red on this side over here, also playing as Huns. So this game uses a lot of micromanagement because you're going to need to use it to micro your cavalry archers around, well, most obstacles in your way, and micro them back in case they're encountered by pikemen. So it's quite a good game, I will say. It's definitely worth the watch, alright? So as you can tell, we are actually on the Highlands map, as you can tell by this river coming straight through the middle here, and having this river crossing here. So the question is, will they go for complete land control and try and just do it that way, or will they go for water control and try and land into their opponent's base? That's quite an interesting thing that you can generally try and figure out, but it's always better to watch and just see. So as we can see here, going into wood quite heavily there, and luring in the first border there. I can hear that, there we go. And looks like sending this villager up here could be to wall off this pass over here, or building a dock. There we go, so a dock is coming up now. So as you can see, putting most villagers onto this boar now because he'll be able to gather fast from there, however not letting this sheep rot away here. So as we can see, dock coming up there, collecting the fish from the shoreline there, always a good idea, so then he can come back with 10 food that won't come off the berries or any of this. So basically, he's going to have 10 extra food when he gets back. So as we can see now, finally going over here, patrolling this exit here, so his opponent won't be able to wall it. So as we can see, neither player has really looked in towards over here to actually wall off this section. As you can see, a wall coming up across here though, so it looks like Storm Disciple is going to be walling himself in and going for a fast castle. However, Buzz over here looks like he's going to be going for more of a flush, and just going to try and get some of that early harassment in. So as we can see now, transferring all these villagers over to wood, he's going to be getting fishing ships out. Interesting, no more fishing ships. But he's going to be wanting to get fishing ships out so he can counter all this area here. As we can see, building that palisade up there. So going on to gold now, which suggests he's either going to be going for archers or galleys. Galleys, of course, always a good idea to have some of that. There we go, creating more fishing ships now. And as you can see there, putting a galley straight out and over here as well, still going with fishing ships. So using this one over here to create galleys, while using this one over here to continue building his economy. And there we go, so galley is coming out now. So he has pretty much complete control of this water on this side here now. However, he has noticed that Storm Disciple has walled himself in, and he will notice that he's walling in across here as well, which means that he's not going to be able to land into his base there. So it means he will have to fight his way through one of these entries here. However, it does mean that he has this entire riverway here to himself, so he is able to use that to produce all the food, instead of having to build farms. As you can see, Smith coming up there, no doubt going to be wanting to get fletching. As we can see, that scout cover over there taking a little bit of damage. So Storm Disciple only just going into the feudal age now. So still continuing to get his food count up over here and delaying those farms by using these fishing ships here. Of course, fishing ships only costing in at 75 wood, and they are able to collect from all the fish on here, which is quite an amount, so you will save yourself considerably, and then you'll be able to build fish traps as well as soon as that's over. So as you can see here, just continuing to fight in through here, building a outpost, always a smart idea. And continuing to scout this area, he can't seem to find an entry there, so that's a market up there. Do we have a blacksmith yet? Doesn't look... Yep, smithy there, so he is going to be able to go to Castle Age extremely soon. Alright, so lots of archery ranges coming up there. And as you can see, going to Castle Age as well. So that means he will be going straight for cavalry archers. Cavalry archers, of course, being one of the best Hun units to use, as you should know, because I've been airing a lot of Huns games recently. Most games played now are actually played 1v1 are Huns games, so it means you don't need to build houses, so it's always a good idea. So as you can see, using this water control here, and as you can see over here, Storm Disciple getting some docks up on this side over here, so he's going to be going for a complete surprise attack. So as you can see, it's still clear, nothing really going on at this point, just scouting out each other's bases. And as you can see there, Storm Disciple has got some fire ships. Fire ships, of course, being the anti-ship ship, and going to be able to do quite a bit of damage. As you can see, demolition ship coming out there to counter this. And there it is there. And not having enough to kill it there. However, these ships are doing a lot of damage. And building more and more demolition ships there. As you can see, killing that scout cavalry at the same time, so being very effective there. As you can see, trying to counter this by creating his own fire ships and demolition ships. So as you can see over here, he's slowly fighting this back, and I'll better refresh the scores there. So, no cavalry archers coming out yet though. On this side over here, town centre coming up. And lots of wood being collected there. So, not much else going on at this point. Lots of fire ships there. And that's 2 extra town centres coming up there for Buzz. And there we go, so there's the cavalry archers coming in now. Of course, these are going to be extremely deadly when you use them, because you're going to be able to hit and run extremely well. Lots of resources there available too to create cavalry archers, so you'll be able to hit pretty well like that. And it looks like over here we have a 2 town centre, 3 town centre boom coming up. So that's not a bad strategy to use, but it's always on 1v1. I don't like to boom because you can't get in there and do enough harassment, which means if your opponent's getting an army out and being able to boom their economy, it means you're in a lot of trouble. So as you can see, the extra wall coming up there. And all these cavalry archers here just sitting here not being able to do anything, because this wall is pretty much going to take a long time to penetrate. So, smart idea there, bring the siege workshop up here and use the siege workshop to get in through there. So no doubt going to be creating some rams. Rams, of course, being extremely helpful in Huns games. And now Fossey is up by 1,000 points, so that's quite a bit. As you can see, lots of cavalry archers scattered around the maps here, and doing the logical thing and bringing out a mangonel. Mangonels, of course, being extremely effective versus archers, and with that extreme micromanagement you can lose quite a few. So there we go, using his water control there to help take out this stone wall here. And these docks off here have been killed off as well, and this ship here just patrolling the shorelines. Putting up an outpost there. As you can see, that stone wall is starting to give, and creating mangonels there. Another town centre up there, so we are looking at 4 town centres, and going for 5. That mangonel there, claiming its first victim. And creating more cavalry archers inside here, as well as mangonels. Mangonels, of course, are a great counter to mangonels, so if you want to use one, always feel free. And being attacked by that wolf there. So we can see that Fossey over here is putting up a rather big fight. He wants to get in there and do as much damage as he possibly can. And always a good idea, fending off these ships here with this mangonel. Always a good idea. Mangonels are extremely effective versus ships. As we can see here, fighting his way through this side here, of course, is an extremely smart idea to have. Taking out these outposts. And a mangonel there for Storm Disciple, going to be doing quite a bit of damage. So he's got his way in now. This piece of wall here hasn't been finished building, and a castle coming up there to defend against this. Good placement, but still able to run through there. If you could have got him caught in here, that would have been the way to do it, but okay. So this is the bit I was talking about. The micromanagement here is absolutely great by Fossey. So we can see, brings all his cavalry archers together, picks off some villagers, comes to here, tries to move, shoots, moves. I might slow this down actually, because this is a great bit. So 3 mangonels coming in there, keeps moving, Keeps moving, shoots, moves, shoots, moves, shoots, takes a bit of damage there. But still, he's only lost two cavalry archers. So he's done quite a good job, and there, probably doing more damage to his own villages there. But as you can see, microing these villages to take out all the 3 mangonels is extremely good effort there. However, more mangonels coming in from this side here, and let's see if he's able to repeat the process again. Now up by 2,000 points, of course, for the destructions, and as well for damaging the economy like this. So here we go, more mangonels. And wasn't ready for that one there, too many mangonels there, and not really enough time to be able to see what he's doing. So over this side now, coming in with rams, more mangonels and more cavalry archers. So coming in through this side, doing a fair bit of damage to that town centre there. However, there's mangonels moving up from this side, and of course mangonels being a great counter towards mangonels. An even better counter I've found is siege rams. If you can load up a siege ram, it can get in close, the Onagora mangonel, it'll have to move back, and it does quite a bit of damage. As we can see over here, Turkman doing a bit of damage to that battering ram there. So as we can see, more mangonels being pushed up here to help push back all these cavalry archers. However, castle coming up here, going to be able to do a lot of damage. More stables coming up outside here, which no doubt means he's going to be going for light cavalry. As well as bringing out, there we go, so that's husbandry, so they'll be able to go faster. Creating lots of battering rams as well. So you can see what I was saying, battering ram used against mangonel, extremely good idea. However, mangonel is being extremely good against battering rams as well. So as you can see, trying to put up a few docks in this area here, it doesn't look like it's going to work. Losing that villager there. And going to capture ram now, which is always a very good idea. To upgrade your rams, they're extremely effective first buildings. As you can see, doing quite a bit of damage there, however it probably wasn't worth it. So as we can see, bringing a trebuchet out there. Trebuchet, of course, being extremely deadly when your opponent is still in the castle age. Using it to take out this castle here. As you can see, this wall here has been redone, so he's unable to get through. This mangonel here, as soon as that's repaired, no doubt going to go straight back into there, unless they run away. So this castle here taking quite a lot of damage, and hussars there. As you can see, no upgrades done there except for the arm ones. So this castle is about to go down, there's no doubt about it. As you can see over here, bringing out quite a few war galleys, so taking control of this water area here, and Fossey has nothing to come back at that with. And another castle coming up over here, so he's pretty much surrounding his opponent at this point. Doesn't want to let him out. Alright, so Storm Disciple going to the Imperial Age now. However, these war galleys are not going to help too much. As you can see, Fossey has built inland a lot, and now up by 3,500 points. That is quite a bit. As you can see, natural response to hussars and light cavalry and scouts is the pikemen. Always a good idea, however picked off very quickly by these heavy cavalry archers. As we can see, capped rams coming in now, no doubt going to be doing quite a bit of damage to this town centre. So there we go, doing a bit of damage there. Let's have a look at that. Just watch that drop, that's very quick there. So as we can see, this side over here, coming in, trying to do a bit of damage there. And we'll watch them all get picked off there, and you can see having to retreat them out of there because there's no way they're going to be able to stand up to that. So the siege ram upgrade has just been done, siege rams being extremely effective. And as we can see, they're getting these trebuchets out here to try and take down this castle. However, it is managing to be repaired quite quickly. So as you can see here, basically these pikemen aren't really getting much out. That's 1 hit, 2 hits, and of course pikemen still get the bonus versus heavy cavalry archers as well. Looks like that is going to go down. Unless these siege rams come in. Siege rams, of course, getting the bonus versus trebuchets as well. As you can see. And they also have an area of effect, which is also helpful. As you can see, it's killing off all these villages in the area now. this point we can probably speed it up. It's pretty much over at this point. So there we go, trebuchet down, trying to mine up all the stone here he can. See lots of barracks there, and all these war galleys up here. However, they're not going to be too effective. All they're going to be able to do is take out these units here and stop more units crossing. However, all these military buildings over here are pretty much certifying this position. As you can see, trying to use these villages here to take out these siege rams. Siege rams, of course, being extremely weak to melee attacks, but they do have a high HP. And that is game right there. So thanks for watching. Remember to comment, rate, and subscribe.